Reports emerged about a supposed glitch with Chase ATMs, where people were able to withdraw large amounts of cash. As this went viral, many were curious about how this so-called glitch worked, but there wasn't a clear explanation.
I'm trying to understand how to protect myself, but no one is explaining part of it, like getting like tens of thousands of dollars. I don't understand how they're doing that.
So I know you probably heard about it, and if you haven't heard about it, I'm still going to explain everything for you. But today we're going to be talking about the new Chase Infinite Money glitch that has been going on lately. And it has been going absolutely viral and absolutely wild. This is ridiculous. And then I didn't even think that it was too crazy of a thing. I thought it was something that was just going to come and go until I went to Chase the other day and I saw an extremely long line to the ATM. And I just immediately just shook my head because I'm like, here we go again. Here we go again. And it seems there's another scam that's on the horizon as well that's attaching itself to the Infinite Money glitch that is starting to affect not only Chase, but all banks across the whole nationwide. So go ahead, go get your pen and paper. I promise you, you want to stay to the end so you make sure you get all the information, all right? And without further ado, let's dive in. And before we get started, ladies and gents, I just want to ask if you don't mind hitting that like button for me, as it helps my channel out a ton. I truly appreciate all your support. I'm trying to put everybody on game about all of these scams that's going on, right? But enough of me rambling. Again, let's get into these scam issues. Now, if you're not familiar with the Chase scam that's going on right now in your backyard, they're calling it, again, the Chase Infinite Money glitch. And I've seen it on TikTok. We've all seen people talk about it. Even on the news, people are raving about this. So I just want to give you some education in the background on what's actually going on with this, and to make sure that you are put on game so that nothing actually happens to you and your accounts. Because people are actually inserting fake checks into their bank accounts, and they are withdrawing the money before the actual check gets flagged. But boy, the one thing you don't want to do is scam Chase, because Chase is going to come after you. Because Chase is aware, and Chase has even issued a warning stating that what could actually happen to you once this is patched and you are caught. Because 9 times out of 10, you are going to get caught, all right? And I'm sorry to let everybody know, there's no such thing as free money, all right? Everything comes at a cost, especially when you're dealing with the biggest bank in the United States. What do you think this is, people? But before I actually go more into depth with all of this, it's sad I have to say this right now, but let me just go ahead and get this out the way. Disclaimer. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Please do not be dumb and actually utilize this because your friend, homegirl, or homeboy actually utilized it and they thought that they got away with it. Please, you will do it and they will make an example out of you and you will be mad, all right? Again, let's get back to the video. So now with all that information, let's go ahead and actually take a deep dive into actually how this actually works and how they're actually using a glitch to actually utilize this, all right? It again starts with your bank account, which I know you already knew. But if you don't know how actually checks work when it comes to the banking system and your checking account and things like that, I'm going to try to break it down in simple terms and very, very fast. When it comes to actual checks, as far as the banking system and actually your account, you as an individual, you have to understand that when you actually insert a check into your bank account, for that time being, it's more so like an IOU until it's confirmed, all right? It could take a bank to confirm that there's actually value behind the check at least 1 to 5 business days, depending on how fast and how good that actual bank is. Thus, giving the bank time to check if it's valid, but then on your side, it actually gives you time to do whatever you need with the money. Does that make sense? But to actually give more context and to go deeper into detail, it even states right here that the United States banks are required to make a minimum of the first $225 that has to be available by the next business day. And the remaining balance is supposed to be determined upon the bank to make sure that it's valid enough to clear, okay? You have to keep in account that most banks, whether it's Chase or the smallest credit union, all of them put transactions into the most specific categories from highest to lowest by the end of the actual business date, all right? For example, the first actual transaction that they actually might take into account first is the debit card transactions, which I tell you not to use. Then the next one might be wire transfers, then cash withdrawals, and then checks and many more. Or they might just you know, mix and match. Sometimes checks might be first, but they always go from highest to lowest. And when I say from highest to lowest, I'm actually referring to the largest to the smallest amount. Again, depending on the urgency, okay? But that's for most banks, all right? But it seems that a person actually went into Chase and they actually deposited a check into their checking account and all of their money was immediately cleared. And this is when things got messy for Chase. And as you can see, when things got messy, TikTok blew up with the infinite money glitch, and that's why we here today. Yo, I seen people writing mad crazy amounts in check form and actually trying to receive the money, and most of them were receiving the money in the beginning. Please, and I'm not giving Chase any type of grace. Of course, they should have seen this coming, things of that nature. I don't know if because they thought they were so big, this would never happen, things of that nature. But yo, don't be crazy and do this. And on top of that, writing a check in your own name and cashing it when you ain't got the bread is crazy. You know how strong Chase's cybersecurity team is? They are going to find it and they're going to come get you. I told you, the largest bank in the United States. You think their security system isn't like that? They like that. This isn't the PPP loans, people. I'm telling you, that's long gone. And now it's becoming an issue where a new scam is coming about, kind of connecting itself to the infinite money glitch, but it's not just happening with Chase. It's happening across all banks where people are scamming and adding authorized users to people's accounts without their approvals.
A Walnut Creek woman says Chase Bank allowed dozens of people, dozens, to be added as authorized users to her credit card without her knowledge or approval.
It is both crazy and scary. 35 credit cards and other people's names showed up in her mail, frustrated by the bank's response.
And I know what you're probably thinking, yo, that doesn't mean anything. Like, yo, authorized you, that don't matter, all that type of stuff. All right, cool. Wait till you get your statement. Hopefully that doesn't happen to you, but in theory, wait till that happens to you and you see Johnny Sue on there and things of that nature. And God forbid if they get your mailbox information, they actually get the credit card, then what you gonna do? You're gonna be sick. All right then. So since I've been in this financial space for a minute, I've always seen scams come and go, and I've seen that scams start rising up in ways where scamming will be at an even all-time higher than what it normally is. And I'm just telling you right now, please don't indulge into this ignorance. Please don't. Because yo, that's fraud. And I understand that some people might be in survival mode and things of that nature, but this isn't the move, I'm telling you, because once you're labeled as fraud, you will forever be in the fraud category. There is no getting out of this, okay? You will forever be in all of these systems, including check systems, something, and that's part of check system that you will not be able to get out of, and you will never be able to receive another bank account ever again. And I'm not talking about with Chase, with any lenders, okay? There's people that I went to school with years ago, and they were 17, 18, 19, and they did a scam, and they're 30 now, 30 plus now. People that I know that are older than me, that are 40, 50 now, and they can't open a bank account due to fraud. I'm telling you right now, do you know how embarrassing and how bad that is? Think about not being able to access home loans, car. You have to do everything in somebody else's name. So again, don't let a temporary high jeopardize your future. Because I think it's embarrassing when someone is 40 years old and all they have is a Chime credit card or a credit builder credit card. That's crazy to me. That's mad crazy. Now, disclaimer, I'm not making fun of anybody that has Chime or anything of that nature, all right? I promise you I'm not, but it goes deeper than that. I'm not making fun of you, but please go get a real bank up under your belt, okay? Like, credit isn't bad. Just utilize it in a smart way, okay? Stop being weird. You 40, all right? Because at the end of the day, once you get labeled as fraud, you will never be able to access luxuries because you have this jacket on you now. Now you're trying to go get CPNs and everything of that nature, and you're just going to continue to go down this black hole that's never going to help you, and you're never going to get out of it. So again, don't let the world influence you to do something ignorant and do something dumb. Please, all I want you to do is succeed. This is why I drop so many gems, jewels, and free content on here so you can win. You don't have to do any of that. But I'm curious to know what you guys think. Do you guys think it's good for the economy? Do you think, I'm not even gonna say that. Just let me know what your comments are in the comment section. I don't think it's good because it makes people that are trying to do good make it harder for them and things of that nature. So it just makes extra steps for no reason, all right? But if you ever have any issues, just make sure that you freeze all of your credit reports, lock all your credit cards until you actually need to pull the trigger again, all right? Please hear my warning. But I want to thank you guys for stopping by. Now make sure you stay away so you don't get caught up in any of these scams, all right? And until next time, ladies and gents.